Looks like we are live here. Welcome, everybody. We have here a round of 8 match between Brettsuzo and Primal85 in the Mega Man 5 tournament. Pretty excited for this one. We have a couple of really well-matched runners that have a lot of history with this game. Joined here by Kaiser Krister. Chrissy, how you doing today?
Every day, normal thing. I'm good.
That's good to hear.
Ready for some good matches here to see who I have to crush in the next.
Like you said. So this is a round of 8 match, and the winner goes on to take on you in the semifinals for the right to go to the finals. So that'll be fun. Talk about the runners a little bit. Brett has a 3430 PB. He actually has PB'd a couple times recently. He's been grinding pretty actively. And Primal has a PB of 3444. So 14 seconds apart on their PBs. His PB is from 2016. But don't let that fool you. Primal always brings it. So even though he hasn't necessarily been grinding recently, definitely expect to see some good runs from Primal.
Yeah, Primal, as fast as mentioned, is like he's been kind of dormant from the Mega Man 5 scene. Then he kind of came back, and yeah, he's been destroying the game, just as he's been doing before.
Yeah, every time he comes back to this game. Yeah, absolutely. Every time he comes back to this game, he gets back into shape very quickly. Should be really exciting to see.
All right, and we're going to get ready now, so I'm gonna start them.
Okay.
Wait. What was the answer? No, take a command to leave again.
Unenter.
Unenter. Wow, I'm such a professional gatekeeper, everybody. So proud of myself. All right. 3, 2, 1, go. With a little bit of delay, of course, but they're off now.
All right.
This is gonna be fun.
Yeah, so about to get underway here. Let's talk about the route a little bit as we're getting ready to go. Obviously, we're a little deep in the tournament, so if you've been here, you kind of know. But we're going to start with Starman stage. It has the super arrow, which is the primary speed tool in this run. So getting it ASAP is the way to go. It's also a stage that you can do fairly quickly with Buster, and it's Starman's a fairly easy boss to take on with the Buster as well.
Yeah, I don't really think there's any, like, at least in this game, like all the different categories it has, it always starts with this stage. So yeah, star reset, man. That is the way to go with this game.
Yeah, absolutely. Star TA is a thing. This is pretty tricky stage. Getting everything right. You can see there's a lot of spikes everywhere. And with the nerves of a race, just trying to get through Star without taking a death. We can see Brett already is pretty low on health, but there's a large refill. So hopefully we can through the rest of this. Primal off to a little bit of an early lead here, but no, still very close.
Yeah, and the thing with this stage that Pat already talked a little bit about, the spikes and all the very precise movement in this stage. There's also the gravity in this stage, which basically is like underwater gravity, but you're in space. But that is basically underwater. But basically, you have to at least jump as little as possible, so you can get more sliding and like ground time, because that is faster than falling very slowly. And I should probably mention real quick about the Starman fight. you kind of want to like hit him with full buster shots and one simple pellet, so you can like get him. That is the fastest way to kill him, basically.
He both got the
shoot through his star shield as well. You hit him.
Yeah, both able to get through. They both got the grav skip at the end, which is nice. Saved a couple seconds from skipping the low gravity weapon get at the end. Both leaving star about 4 seconds apart, which is pretty good. We're going to gravity, which is a very difficult stage. The gimmick here, you can see there's gravity flippers, which will send you up onto the ceiling. You can still slide on the ceiling by pushing up instead of down. But otherwise, it's just a really precise stage with precise arrows, precise deboosts, and it can punish you because you have to take a lot of intended deboosts. So just it looks like they're both doing pretty well. Brett's health is a little low here. He didn't collect the health. He's not, so he's feeling pretty confident in this last screen here.
Oh, okay, fine. I thought Primal was gonna fall into the hole, but he's fine. It's always scary seeing that jump to get right there.
Oh my goodness. Oh man, I'm several heart attacks there, but both are able to make it through to the boss gate, and neither should take damage in this fight. This is a scripted fight where gravity is going to follow the same pattern.
Oh, Primal missed the jump hit there. You can basically jump up high enough so the star like touches Gravity Man barely.
Yeah, so Brett picks up a little bit.
That kind of made him. Yeah, they're pretty close again now.
Yeah, it's still like 3 seconds. Very, very close race, which is, to be expected from how close these runners are in terms of skill. So next we're going to go to Gyro.
That's your favorite stage, Pasta?
Yeah. So this is... When you speedrun, there's always that stage that should be really easy, but somehow goes wrong every time. That's Gyro. So we're going to start off here with a super arrow across the top of the screen, but they set it up from the elevator before. You see them bumping off the end of the arrow there? That's to conserve ammo. Ooh! Primal didn't grab the ladder there. Looked like he was maybe above the screen when he tried to grab it and ends up falling in the pit. Now he's not going to have arrow to do the screen.
Yeah, he has one arrow though. What is he gonna do with it?
I don't know. See, I guess if you know your... Oh, wow. I wonder if he knows that backup. No! Oh, that's really unfortunate. It can be tricky when you die, like, how well you know your backups, because just using super arrow willy-nilly, it's really easy to just run into an enemy and die. Oh. We're off to a flying start here. That's a pretty quick death for Brett, thankfully. So these letters that they're grabbing are going to be used later. If you get a letter from each of the 8 stages, you get access to Beat, which is a bird friend that really helps you out and speeds up some fights in the castle stages, particularly the final one. Arrow's a little high. Yeah.
Decide to not go for Beat. The last fight basically become Mega Man 9 Casino with a 34% chance of getting to hit each cycle. I finally learned that it's 34 and not 18. So that is still pretty low though per cycle. So
yeah, if we see either of these runners using it something other than Beat on the final boss, it's most likely because they accidentally missed a letter, because we see them definitely trying to collect them. Probably having a little adventure there too. Manages to pick it up without death. You ever in a race with someone and you die in a stage and you think you're behind, but come to find out your opponent died twice?
Well, again, this stage can be very brutal because the big tricks in this stage is like before checkpoints. So it's like if you mess up, the game is not gonna be nice to you.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, again, it's one of those stages that should be pretty straightforward, but it's really easy to die in gyro. See Brett setting up a nice arrow there, saving some ammo. So that he can do another arrow right here. It's in nicely under the ceiling. We're going to see a really cool rush jet jump here. Very nice.
Very good. That is the place Brett just did the jet now is one of those places where if you fail it, you go like all the way back to the start of the stage and then you don't have any arrows left. So that is also like one of the scary places in this game. Also a very reset heavy place, this whole stage for that matter.
Yeah.
But
yeah, very, very dangerous stage. See new runners struggle with Crystal a lot. Not uncommon to have 8 to 10 minute stages here when you're a new runner. So Brett picks up an optional E-Tank stage. A pretty quick one to get. He'll have that in his back pocket. They also are going to pick up a M-Tank in this stage, which is mandatory for the route. It refills your weapon ammo. They're going to be using several M-Tanks in the run, primarily to refill their super arrow ammo. We're going to be seeing that later in the castle stages. Pretty nice fight there for Brett. Looks like maybe some of those early jitters might be going away for Brett, because that was a really solid Crystal stage. After the first 3 stages were kind of rough to him. I'm all opting to skip the E-Tank there.
Yeah.
There are some quick E-Tanks you can get. Very good.
Oh, no, you go ahead.
I was gonna say, there's also some quick E-Tanks you can get in the castle stages, so it'll be interesting to see if he opts for one of those, or if he's just gonna go, without. Gets a nice kill on that tiger there. Something to mention about this game is this is I think the only Mega Man game that has normal enemies with iframes. So you can't mash into enemies; they won't take damage every frame like in any other Mega Man game. So if you're gonna kill a tiger like that with 3 HP, you have to space your shots out a little bit, or you can just charge shot them. The charge shot's really strong in this game. But it doesn't charge while you're sliding.
The charge shot in this game basically kills everything in one shot besides bosses and like 2 enemies, I think.
It's really powerful. It has a gigantic hitbox. So Brett opting for a more difficult strat here.
Yeah. See if he gets it.
Pretty nice.
Alright.
Just reduce lag there from killing the Stomper, and it cuts out a menu. Because you're gonna have to menu to Crystal for this fight. The other option is Gravity. See if Primal does that strat in the second half of this stage. This napalm fight is really cool. So we're gonna see Brett get in and then back off, kind of weaving in and out, trying to avoid that pattern right there, because it's more laggy for him to fire the bombs. But otherwise, pretty good fight. Didn't miss any hits. Low arrow. Okay, he still made it up. A good save there from Primal. You generally want to place that arrow a little higher, but managed to make it work. And we'll see. So we're going to see Gravity. We'll see the alternate strat here from Primal. This is more common strat, you see. Crystal's advanced and pretty hard to save time with. You can see...
And using Gravity here is also more consistent as well.
Absolutely, 100%. You can see how easily it takes care of the missiles. You see Brett in Stone. This is a really difficult stage. Pretty long, a lot of tricky jumps, and see Brett killing the Mets, and 3 baby Mets spawn, kills those 2. On a Met warpath.
how Primal does his napalm fight here. Oh,
You can see.
that was pretty good still.
Yeah, that was good. You could see he managed to manipulate him to fire those missiles the whole time instead of the bombs. Until the end when he got hit. Alright, Brett coming up, he's gonna kill Squeaks. Then guide the arrow to the end here. Gonna try to save a little bit of ammo. Gonna have a big triple arrow here. Try to get across the top of this screen, just fly over the whole thing.
Is he gonna go for the lucky drop? No.
No. Really tricky. You can do something that the task does throughout the run, which is let the arrow crash into an enemy, because it's not just a platform, it's also a weapon. And if the enemy drops like a large refill, you can then use that arrow ammo for more arrows. But in this particular stage, it's using the arrow for the rest of the stage is actually pretty tricky. I think the arrow in the last screen here is pretty precise. Nice,
yeah,
nice napalm strat.
Not really a thing people go for normally, but it's
yeah.
There's
maybe like one runner who does.
Oh, I would love to see them doing the tournament as well, but yeah. Life happens, I guess.
Gets a nice center kill from Stone there. In this game, if you can help it, you like to try to kill bosses in the corner, just to minimize the explosion lag. It's not a huge deal. It's like half a second or something. It's not a big one. Hey, you got like a dead center kill there.
Yeah, it's okay. So I'm very curious to see how I don't know. Has Primal or Brett ever done beatless before at all?
Well, I'm sure they've like missed the letter in the wave auto scroller. Had to do the castles without beat. Like they've both run the game long enough that has to have happened to them. But intentionally, I don't think so.
It's gonna be interesting to see. I'm pretty sure they won't miss the letter, but we've seen other runners in the past done it in races. Like, you never know what happens in a race.
Absolutely. Brett's in the famous chicken room for this game. Pretty challenging room because you're trying to kill these chickens nonstop. Again, with the enemies having invincibility frames, you got to space those crystal eye shots pretty precisely, and then that ladder jump is impossible. This is one of those places that you're hoping for a drop. Like, Brett's gonna pause, hoping to see an ammo drop, and a couple of those rats he killed. You do get a drop, you can do an arrow over the top of this screen. You have, like, 3 chances maybe to get it from killing an enemy. You can see how long that screen
get
is.
A small drop, but he decided to not go for it, which is understandable.
Did he? I think he maybe got one from the bottom rat. I don't think he tried to pick that one up, but I could be wrong. Didn't see one from.
Oh yeah, I was in the red part of the train, on the second train enemy.
Gotcha.
So, yeah.
That's a little far.
A little bit of talk about this charge man's that. Yeah, that was close. So basically, what the main idea of in Chargeman is that you want to like line up so your power stones hit him right as his invincibility frames goes off, and you can also despawn power stone by pressing start twice. So it kind of comes like you with execution and stuff for that.
You're trying to hit him with all 3 power stones, so you don't have to menu again to get the power stone off the screen. Yeah, Brett did a great job in that fight. That fight's very difficult. Neither of them are able to arrow over this last screen. Brett's coming up on a couple of pretty big tricks here. We have the bubble skip at the end of this little section here. Brett's going to use arrow and try to land on the little bubbles that are coming up. You're not supposed to. Basically, they'll disappear when you go screen transition on them. You have like a very small window at the top to land on them. It manages it, and then
Nice.
And
Okay.
now we go for the boat skip. 3-arrow boat skip today. Beautiful. And
Nice.
the man is gone.
Oh no!
It's a dangerous strat to go for the boat skip because you can soft lock. These are both veteran runners that you don't really expect them to have problems with it, but by skipping the boat, you save some walking time at the beginning and end of the auto-scroller, of saving something like 3-4 seconds. It's not huge, but definitely helpful. Also get a charge shot to start this mini-boss fight, which is nice. Solid octo there.
Alright, so now Brett is going to get the letter first and then go off screen again to make the screen transition on the end of this part faster.
Yeah, you probably get a little bit less lag without
Yeah.
A-Man on the screen as well.
Yeah, it's
Be careful with the
it's like
drop.
very small things, but he got it. Okay, good. Okay, let's see Primal. Okay, we'll
Only get one chance at this letter, so if you're gonna miss one, this is usually the one. It's either setups are slightly different. Everybody has a different bubble skip. Cool to see. You skip the boat by
And nice.
sliding right before the trigger starts and jumping out like as late as possible over the boat. Gets a nice corner kill there. It's enough health. You don't clear the boat, like if you don't make it to the screen transition in the air, you actually soft lock the game. That's how that happens. But if you're able to jump into the screen transition while still in the air, then you're good. Yeah, it was still a sub 19, 8 robos for Brett, even with the death. Again, like the beginning was pretty rough, but his play has been very good since then. So looks like he's kind of settled into a nice rhythm.
Yeah, and now we're actually entering the first castle stages. This first stage is probably not one of the worst ones, but this is where the difficulty of the game picks up a little bit.
Yeah,
so let's see if he goes for the crouching tiger here. Okay, nice, he got it.
That was
That is
sweet.
a cool little optimization for that screen.
Dark Screen 1 is one of the most practiced screens in the game. It's got just a lot of nuance to it.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think I died in that first screen like more than I can count personally. Also, yeah, chat mentioned about Primal's health right now.
No E-Tank either. This is a yeah.
No.
It's unfortunate.
Oh man.
Thankfully, even though that was his third death, he has one more life, so that's not a game over.
Yeah. I think
Game over and wave
thing
is...
This game is nice with extra lives. So.
Yeah. You're known for getting a lot of 1-ups in this game, but Primal's only gotten one, I think. He's still on his last life, which is a little scary. Meanwhile, Brett making quick work of Dark 1. And we're going to be moving on to Dark 2. So in the castle stages, as I kind of alluded to earlier, you don't get weapon refills in between stages. This is where the M-tanks come into play. We're going to be seeing that starting in Dark 3. You can only have one M-tank at a time. Most of these stages have one, but you won't see it if there's still an M-tank in your inventory. So once we start using them, we're going to be seeing a lot of arrow in the castle stages.
So,
nice
just to mention real quick about the section that Brett is in right now. If you don't have full health here, you can actually die to a health drop from the enemy that he just busted. And
Yeah,
it
absolutely.
basically eats your input, so you can't jump off at all. And it's quite sad when it happens, because you can't control it at all. There's another one here as well. Oh, okay, good. He canceled that.
That one, at least you have a little bit more time to react to. The other one, if you don't take pains to ignore it, like it's right on top of you when you kill the enemy. Everybody did a good job in the early screens. Get to that screen with full health. And see Primal going through the Yoku block rooms that Brett went through earlier. We don't do Yoku block puzzles in this game. We just skip them with rush jet jumps. This drops really fast in this game. So now we see Brett is going to be using Beat, our bird friend. You can see that, Beat will attack the enemy and then will return to Mega Man. And once he's stationary, he'll attack again. So Brett manipulates his position relative to the boss to kind of control when Beat attacks, so that he doesn't attack into the boss's iframes.
Alright.
Beat is there to help.
Time for the worst stage in the whole game. Like, not the worst stage in like, I like this stage, but this is the worst stage that Brett is going into right now.
Widowmaker. Very difficult stage. This has ended many a PB run.
This stage is like basically filled with super arrow, very very precise super arrow placements, and ammo. What is the help me faster? What is the word? Arrow, like less consumption of the ammo thing. English.
Ammo management.
Yes.
That's what you're going for. If that works. Okay.
Yeah, and this is also
so
where we use the first
backup
tank
here
as well.
Okay. Nice backup for Brett. Gives him, he needs 2 arrows to do this neat little trick. Slide under the platform and then jump to the other arrow. It was the first arrow I learned of this game because it was the coolest one.
You're telling me you didn't learn refight skip first? Oh man.
That didn't exist.
Oh, wow. Faster wise.
I'm older than dirt.
Alright, so I just want to say, everybody, the arrow Brett is doing right there is actually just A plus B. That is like the freest arrow in the game. Just saying.
I think there's 2 pixels that work.
I would say that one's the coolest one. Yeah, but it's like just A plus B is fine.
So then, this boss, you're going to manipulate his shots so that they miss you. Otherwise, they're going to freeze you in place. Pretty solid Dark 3 for Brett. Pretty solid stage. That's a difficult one. All the important things. That's any Dark 3 you can walk away from without having to, like... The screens that you arrow past, if you don't have arrow, they go much slower. Like these platforms you have to wait for, or you can jet across, but jet moves at pretty slow speed. Climbing the tower here. Shoot out the blocks so that the tower falls. Primal tower.
Alright. Wait, what? It's Proto Man. Sorry. Oh, I've seen this cutscene way too many times. Oh no. There's 2 of him. Oh no.
Is this that break split that everybody's always talking about?
This ain't no Mega Man 3. What do you mean?
Break split in Mega Man 3. I don't know what you're talking about. Health!
Cutscene.
That was a pretty clutch finish.
It was very close.
If you waited for Beat to attack again there, I'm pretty sure he was dead. So he just turned and fired with 1 health left. With the boss having 1 health left and killed him. So really Smart finish to the fight there for Brett.
So I can probably mention real quick that the runners are running on the Japanese version of this game. Also, hold on, that looks like a very high arrow. Oh.
That's the higher of the 2 pixels that work.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted to prove that it's not as easy as you said. His first one was too low.
True. But yeah, the Japanese version is actually faster. I think it's Is it 14 seconds? I don't remember.
18.
It's like 18. But 18 seconds faster because the English one has longer text in those cutscenes.
Otherwise, the games are exactly the same. So you can actually run the US version and have the time converted automatically on the leaderboard. But wasting 18 seconds of your life watching that cutscene if you do. It's IRL time you'll never get back.
True.
We're gonna see an M tank here.
Primal in his natural environment now.
Primal.
Pretty nice.
Has the tower. A death in the tower climb is called a primal tower. That was named before my time, so I'm not sure how that came about, but that must have been like 2013 or 2014 or something. Primal towers existed for a long time. So Brett having a little trouble here with the Crusher section. Looks like he's back on track now. This is a pretty dangerous Crusher. It's not extremely difficult once you know what you're doing to like make the optimal cycle, but you have to be really precise about your shots, and messing up any little thing can definitely throw it off. Brett decides not to slide there. He was missing a little bit of health, like Chrissy was talking about in Dark 2. That's one of those places where a drop can kill you for sure.
Right. See, and pretty nice fight.
As well as that can go. So that's a really fun fight. Take a lot of damage from big pets, so having a clean stage where you don't take a lot of damage helps in case something goes wrong. Also, you gotta stay away from the head, because the head does 10 damage to you. Oh, too, it's just one scary stage. Like, my money, this is the hardest endgame of the NES Mega Man speedruns. Like, every castle stage has the potential to just completely be a blow-up. Here we have a very dangerous underwater section. You can't jump out of your slides underwater. So a lot of this movement is even scarier than it looks, and it looks pretty scary already. See Brett just walking across that.
Opting to not doing the slide there. Yeah.
I completely agree with that decision. Yeah. It's going pretty well. Take a D boost here and use the iframes to through the bat or moth or whatever the heck that is.
Oh, okay. That mouse wheel should go away. Okay, fine. I thought that was gonna drop into the pit, but it's fine.
That's why I said NES, Ahmad. Haha. I knew you were gonna say that.
Alright, shout out to Papat, his favorite boss right here.
This boss is great. I'm gonna try. Oh, nice. Gets the opening 2 shot. Doesn't get the God pattern, but he fights that pattern as perfect as he can. Very nice fight.
Really nice.
Doesn't always open up there. You kind of fire those 2 gyro shots up. Just hoping that he opens, because, you know, if he doesn't, you're not losing anything by trying anyway. If he does open up, it's going to be at that timing, so he manages to get both of those early shots. See Primal doing the big pets fight. Okay.
Oh, he's through. Alright. Let's see. Brett, do napalm again. Try to stay away from him so he will shoot the missiles instead of the bombs.
So we fight.
Looks like a really sweet fight.
Very nice. Now we're going to be doing the refight skip, and Brett going for the 1 arrow setup. I think his backup is to do 2, and there we go.
Yeah.
2 arrow setup is much easier.
You gotta go for doubles though. Sorry, I just had to say that now. Oh, he is. So basically, when you do this, you can get 2 hits on the Wily press per cycle. I think you can get 3, but that is like very difficult.
Well, unfortunately, takes a death in the beginning of the underwater section. Somehow he game overed in Mega Man 5, which is not a common thing because of how many 1-up drops you normally get. But I think he only got 1 in this entire run.
Yeah, he was unlucky on some of the later robots as well. But yeah, hey, he keeps going, and that is really good.
Brett gets a really good,
nice race.
Got a good pattern for the amount of arrows he had. Since he had to use 2 extra ones, he couldn't. If he did another double hit on press, he'd be short on arrows for the Wily machine. But he actually has exact ammo here, which is pretty nice. So yeah, Brett's coming up on the final stage here. Guess who the final boss is? I don't think you'll guess.
Who can it be?
Who's in that machine?
Oh no. It's yeah.
So Brett does miss a shot. Gonna have to finish up with Buster here. Gonna E-tank? No. He has one. He's gonna go for an opening 1.5 hit here. Oh no, he got a 0. He jumped too soon, then beat doesn't track, so he's kind of pioneered a different approach to the Wily fight, where you can potentially kill Wily a cycle sooner. The risk there is what happened is he didn't get any damage at the beginning. Ideally, you want Beat to track Wily. Then this way you know where he's going to be, and you can set yourself up for these 2 hits you get per cycle. And you can get the track again like Brett showed there. That's kind of the standard way of doing this fight. Quite get the track, but 2 more hits.
And oh yeah, there you go. Last track.
That's it.
GG
to Brett. 35 is pretty good. It's 36 seconds off his PB, which is an excellent time for a race. For now, we'll shift our attention over to Primal. He's gonna go for the 1 arrow. No, he'll do the 2. 2 is so much easier. The 1 arrow setup, you have to slide and then like 2 frames later turn and go through the wall. Very, very particular. But if you do 2 arrows, the turn timing is almost infinite. Ooh.
Oh.
It's unfortunate. Seeing high like that, he wasn't even able to fire the second one. When press the old-fashioned way here, waiting for him to come down. Press has 3 different patterns he can give you. We call them 3s, 5, and 7 cycles. Basically, if you see him go over like 5 oscillations back and forth, you know he's giving you a 7. So that's when you can switch to arrow and know that you can arrow up and hit him. If he gives you one of the earlier openings, in order to get a double hit on it, you have to it requires a lot of practice. There's not many runners that go for those. But going for the 7s is only something you're going to see runners of this caliber do.
Or you can also just get 3 threes, so like 3, 3, 3, 3, and then save the same amount of time like you would with doubles.
Yeah, 3s are actually faster than getting a double hit with the 7s. But 3s are a lot more rare than 7s.
Alright.
So Primal's going for an early hit as well.
Oh.
Not going for the 1.5 that Brett goes for. I got a hit in the track, so he's basically in the normal rotation for this fight. It's interesting that he tanks that hit for that pattern. Look out for him for sure. So far, so good. Ooh. A little slow there, so he loses his track. You can still kill him in the optimal number of cycles here. Not anymore. Actually, that's not true. He could get the low spawn at the end, right? Ooh. That was pretty nice. So for that one there, I think he could actually have finished him with 2 buster shots once he saw him going low, but it's a little tricky when he's in the middle like that. That's it. GG Primal.
And GG to Primal. Very nice.
Now that they have a race under their belt, we'll see how the second one goes. We definitely saw both of the runners look like they kind of struggled early on. Sometimes that can be due to nerves, or it can just, take a little while to get into the flow of the run, even if you're not nervous. We saw Brett, once he was out of gyro, had a nice crystal stage and pretty much was in control from there. We'll see if Primal can answer back in game 2.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see.
One thing you see in these tournaments is you have someone that's been actively, these runners are very equally matched in terms of PB. But we've seen Brett actively playing the game quite a lot in the last month. Whereas, not so much from Primal. There's a lot to be said for just being de-rusted, not rusty on a game. Usually helps you out in these kind of situations, but it definitely is no guarantee. We're gonna get the new race started shortly. Just sit tight. I always find it interesting to see what runners will do with their between race time. What they choose to practice, or if they choose to practice.
Is there any reason why Primal's Happy Stone is going 4 times as fast right now?
He just wanted to go to gyro.
Oh. Alright.
Make sure that this arrow is solid after had some trouble with it in the first run. One looks good. So the problem he had was he jumped above the ladder, I think, and didn't grab ladder and ended up falling into the pit.
Alright.
I think he probably won't make it again.
Start our runners.
Right.
So I'm eager to see this now, so yeah.
Countdown has started, so we'll getting our race underway shortly. Brett giving us some lovely new sounds. Starting races of this game is always a little nerve-wracking because you can't let the cutscene play out for too long, because it does something to memory values that causes you to fall off an arrow potentially. So you want to make sure you're on the title screen at just the right time for when the countdown reaches 0.
Hey, you just gotta do a 1 power stone and it fixes it, but I think at that point it's too late.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird how that actually affects the data. If you do one power stone.
Yeah, and you can fire some napalms on the ground and that works too, but yeah, it's a really interesting quirk about this game. You see already, both of their Starman stages are looking better. There's just something about that first race of the day. I think it's hard to get into the flow. Already looking so much better. Both of them had taken a lot of damage at this point. Has to re-jump for the letter, gives Primal a chance to take a very, very small lead. What's really tricky is this jump under the spikes here, with while holding charge. The Primal get it, and Brett leaves his jump a little short. Better than leaving the jump too long, because that brings you into the spikes and want a death. Oh.
Yeah, you can. I think there's
Does a
something
good job.
weird as well with the part they just passed there, that you
That's
can
sick.
actually lose your jump on some of them because how the level goes up and down there.
Yeah,
So
Brett
this
picked up
whole
some time.
stage is just a lot of death traps.
Picked up some time in the moving platform screen by hitting the back scooper enemy and removed a lot of lag. Brett having a slightly better charge buster fight. He did miss one full charge. Oh, missed one too.
Primal missed a full shot there, otherwise they would have been even.
Yeah,
They're still pretty even. Don't get me wrong.
It's a 157 star for Brett. Pretty good for a race for sure. And I think last time we saw Primal 4 seconds ahead at a star. This time the roles are reversed.
Yeah, I think this is gonna be a very tight race. I can already feel it.
Yeah, it's hard to tell, but yeah, these runners are definitely very, very well matched. So you can really expect to see a close race. This is a best of 3, by the way. You can probably tell from the Happy Stone at the bottom. Brett wins this. He's going to move on and face Kaiser Krister in the semifinals. But we say Chrissy because I can't say words.
Sorry.
Hello, Arrow.
I had to.
Laughing at me. Dare you?
Yeah, of course, every day. You know me. Yeah, their Gravity Man stage is looking really great for both of the runners right now.
Yeah. Primal in particular, I think, has picked up a little bit of time here. Yeah, pretty solid. Don't hear the bridge of the song, which means the stage is acceptably fast.
The illegal notes. They didn't play Pog.
No forbidden notes. And both approach the fight a little differently, but same result. Kills Gravity Man in the same place. It's like the same, 4-second margin.
Yeah, 4.5. It's still exceptionally close.
We saw 3 total deaths in Gyro in the first race. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say we probably won't see that again. I hope that's not a commentator's curse.
Too late. Someone is dying.
Well, as long as it's less than 3, then it's not a curse, right?
I don't know. Alright, let's see.
Very nice arrow for Brett.
Ooh. Okay. Well, there's still a lot left of this stage, though, so... Oh, Primal's arrow is a little high. Okay, it's fine. I think that's the lowest, or I mean highest acceptable arrow you can do there for the long room.
Yeah. There's a little bit of leeway on that arrow compared to some of the other ones that have like maybe a 2-pixel window. It's not huge. Both runners kind of struggled to get the K last time.
Okay, good.
We're fine. Everything's fine.
So the Killer K didn't get any victims this time. Actually, it's probably the only letter that's kind of like that kills people in this game. To be honest, all the other ones are kind of in the way.
Yeah. So. Yeah. The 2 notable letters are this one because it can kill you, and the one in Wave because you only have 1 chance at it in the auto scroller. Gravity Hold is easy to use against Gyro, just have to respect the iframes. You have exact ammo, so as long as you don't go too early, easy fight. Got a pretty nice Gyro stage there, other than the K. Because yeah, we're still pretty close. I should get through Gyro without a death. No commentator's curse.
Oh no, that's that again? Oh yeah, the Crystal Man can actually... I don't know about that, but yeah, I just wanted to mention real quick that you can actually skip the Crystal Man stage by performing some shenanigans in the start of the stage. And then I think you can save like, oh, I don't know, 18 seconds or something, or 11.14. I don't know, it's like something like that, because Mega Man just flies over the whole stage and spawns at the boss corridor with that trick. But that trick is used for beatless or buster only for this game.
Yeah, you would skip the letter in this stage. Like the world record for this game does do beatless. It's a very RNG heavy route and also pretty difficult to optimize. So it's not something you see the majority of runners do, and especially like in a race situation, you're going to see a lot of runners just opt to do the standard kind of classic route with beat.
Yeah, I think it's 30 seconds of time save if you do beatless, then it's optimized.
Yeah, potentially,
There's
but
a lot
again,
of
you're
time save.
Yeah. Unfortunately, you're relying on a lot of RNG to get that time save. Pretty clean crystal stage for both. I had a little bit of trouble with his first arrow, but other than that, really solid.
I don't remember if we talked about it already, but the reason why the runners take damage from the crystal balls is to reduce lag in the fight, because if they keep all the balls on the screen, it lags a lot, and you can basically tank two of the crystal balls when you already get hit by one.
Yeah, you can get rid of 3 of the 4, so it's pretty
down.
nice. Exactly. Boss's iframes are long enough that you can take damage and you don't really lose any uptime on the boss. Again, showing off that nice tiger kill. See Primal doing a charge shot to kill him.
Yeah, that is actually a safer way of doing it. Like, you would just get hit there if you wouldn't have gone for the charge there, but like, yeah, wait, yeah, I was talking about the one where they shoot three pellets to kill it. You can kill that one with a buster shot as well. With
the charge shot, yeah, that's what Primal did.
Okay, yeah.
So maybe Primal wants to shoot the arrow that low. He did that in the first race too. That's a big reason why you usually see those arrows higher. Maybe he just made the same mistake both times. This time he was able to pull it off.
Ask him in post commentary if he's interested in that.
Not a huge deal, but yeah, it's just a little thing found interesting. Again, we're seeing the different strats at the end of Napalm, just like the first race. Brett opting to go with Crystal, which is rare. You don't see that strat very often. And the kind of, again, more classic gravity.
Ooh.
Nice Napalm fight.
Just exact ammo as well. Love to see it.
Yeah, that's another thing with the Crystal strat, is you run really tight on ammo. A nice fight for Primal. So Brett killed him when he reached the ground, Primal killed him while he was still in the air, so his was a little faster. You see Brett is just like pulling away a little bit each stage. Like unlike the first one, where Primal took the 2 bad deaths, you can see neither is taking a death in this run. Brett is picking up like a couple seconds in every stage, it seems. A little bit cleaner. Mets are impossible.
Neck and neck at this point.
Still very, very close. To be noted that like any 10-second gap or whatever this is in a Mega Man game is basically nothing, because any death is going to cost you more than that. Sometimes much more.
Yeah, it's not over by a long shot. Oh, let's see, it was being a little bit difficult there, but he got it. Actually, like a little casual yeah, basically like a lot of casual players and new players to this game usually never find or get beat because of how well hidden the C letter
is. If you're gonna miss one casually, it's probably gonna be Stones. One is very well hidden.
There's also some other hidden stuff in this level, but like including an M tank that there's absolutely no need for it. I wonder if it's like if you can use the crystal. I'll save this question for something else, because yeah, okay, yeah, never mind. But yeah,
I'm gonna say maybe.
So maybe. So in Stoneman Stage, on the last part of it, there's a lot of B into A jumps onto Rush to spawn him high enough for Mega Man to jump on top of him and activate him, so you can climb ladders and like other stuff faster. And yeah, you can at the end of Stone that Primal just did, you can either go for gravity strats or you can go for napalm strats. I wouldn't say they're any different difficulty-wise, but
I think gravity's easier for sure.
Just deboosting. Yeah, that is just timing for shooting that, and the other one is just damage boosting. But you do skip a menu if you do napalm. So if you have enough health, I would just go for napalm anyways. At least if you're a little known with the game.
You can avoid a couple of the deboosts by like sliding under the little nets. That was interesting. So see if Brett knows his backups here. Sure does. Here you go, Brett. He had to use an extra arrow in the first screen, because his first arrow was a little off. But he knew to slide forward, and he still managed to arrow the rest of the screen. So he didn't lose much time with that mistake. That could have cost him a lot more.
Primal is like, he's hunting for that win right now.
He's right on his tail. They're in the same room. There's a 1-up. The drop you're looking for. More chance? I'd like to see an arrow. Luck. If Primal gets the drop. To see one person be able to show off the... That's too late at that point. You've already menued.
Oh yeah, true. I think you still would save a little bit of time though if the menu compared to like having to slide and do movement in the pits there. I think that's minimal though, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah. I don't think so, but I could be wrong. Nice charge fight for Brett. This is a very good 8 robots for Brett right now. This is probably pretty close to his PB pace. I'm not sure exactly, but good run. This fight is why everybody loves Power Stone so much, right?
Hey, it's the best. It's the best weapon. What can I say?
This fight, like if you figure out how to do the magic fight where you can do the pauseless hits, it's a lot of fun, but it's so difficult. If you don't, then you're just pausing every time you fire stone, which feels awful.
Alright, so I'm very curious to see if Brett gets the bubble skip here, because he's currently -7 on his splits.
Wow, yeah, I knew he must be on a good run, because just haven't really seen that many mistakes. All been small. Oh. I think commentator's curse is not a thing.
Oh, that's
it's unfortunate. Lame. Failing it that way happens, loses quite a bit of time.
Yeah, he might be kind of even though, like maybe like a little over. So there's still a chance for a race PB.
Gonna wait till after the skip, but I was kind of wondering about Brett's nerves, and he types in chat that he's definitely feeling it. When you're in PB pace in a race, that's something. It's really hard to keep your cool. I mean, you know that, right?
Yeah, let's not talk about that right now.
Someone's been on PB pace in a race recently.
Yeah, it's like I would say what came on my mind when it happened, basically just like, okay, don't worry that you're in a race, just go for everything that you would go for in a PB run. Like, yeah,
I think there's a lot to be said for that. If you try to play too safe and you haven't practiced playing safe, it isn't necessarily safer. Like, it usually is the safest thing to do, is just do what you've practiced the most. And if it's, technically a more dangerous strat.
Yeah, because even when you know what to do, but you haven't practiced it, it might become like really messed up.
Yeah.
So it's better to take a death and then decide, oh, okay, now I had to do this.
Right. So Brett has collected beat. If Primal gets it, he does. We got a nice race on our hands here, huh?
Yeah, it's really close again now.
1824 boss gate for Brett. 1830 for Primal, 6 seconds. Only this bubble skip kind of opened the door for Primal to gain some ground there. This health is scary, but he knows what he's doing.
That's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. Saves a little bit of time from the corner kill compared to the center kill that Primal got there. Little optimizations. Brett talking about in chat, the bubble skip. There is a backup you can do on the second screen. Try to catch the small bubble again after you fall. But if you miss that, then you fall back down again. And yeah, considering this is a race, damage control is very important, because that probably would have put Primal in the lead if he missed it.
Yeah. Like, oh, I just love how close this is. We have had so many races in this tournament that's been like this, and I love to see it.
What you always hope for is a close race. You never know what you're going to get, but these are the 4 and 5 seeds, and again, their PBs are really close, so if we were going to get a close race, this one definitely looked like a good candidate for that.
Oh yeah. So, yeah, this again with this whole stage, Dark 1 is basically rush jet the level.
Yeah, you get to really work on your jet jumps. Depending on your height on the screen, it takes Jet longer to come down and reach you. So if you're lower on the screen, you need to give it a little bit more time. So like a little higher up on the screen, you can do like an A and B input at the same time and land on Jet. But if you're lower, that doesn't work. To kind of roll B to A and give him time to drop to you. So it's a little tricky because all the Jet jumps are slightly different inputs. We see Brett taking the damage boost there. He's going to get into the corner, and then very nice kill. Just making sure he kills him right in the corner. Minimize the lag from the explosion. Primal kind of doing the opposite. The same result, kills him in the corner, but the other corner.
It's like watching a mirror right now.
Right. 2 again. Dark 2 is like one of the safer castle stages. Like all the castle stages are pretty dangerous. Like again, I think this is one of the harder sets of castles in Classic Mega. This one has the kind of dangerous conveyor screen. For the most part, you're not dealing with as many pits or potential missed arrows. Primal is missing health.
I kind of feel that all the castle stages have like a little like gimmick to them that's like very easy to kill or run, or that is very difficult to handle. Okay.
Yeah. Everything's fine.
That was close.
We're all fine. Meanwhile, Brett having a very nice start too. Thumper screen is pretty tricky. The one we're going to see Primal go into here. These enemies are triggered to come down either by proximity or by you pressing the B button. So, like as you're releasing charges and charging, you can kind of manipulate them to drop at the right time to drop into your charge shot. Tigers actually function the same way, like the one Primal's coming to. If he fired B again while that shot was en route, the Tiger would have jumped over the shot. One of those things that's like not obvious when you're watching the game and you try to learn it. Like someone has to tell you, like, hey, if you press B, the Tiger's gonna jump over your shot. Early Buster hit. No, never mind. I don't know what I'm thinking. Don't mind me.
Yeah, that's just the same thing as it is
Just
for Starman.
it's just yeah, it's just the
he has.
it's just the strat.
Yes.
Alright. Dark 3, here we go. Runner's playing very well in this race. Really, really love to see it.
Now we're seeing a lot more extra lives dropping as well. I think the game is preparing them for something. Or do you not want to see the rare them anymore now?
You have to see the rare game over in the last race. Hold them scene. This arrow here for Brett, it's really particular. Like the height of this arrow is kind of tricky, and then saving the full 7 ammo while getting over that Met cannon, like that's the strat for the room, and it's so difficult. Looks like Brett has his 7 ammo, so he gets to kill the Thumper there. Last time he had to do the backup.
I think Primal should be fine.
Yeah, he's in good shape. Brett using his M-Tank, and even more arrows incoming. Do so many arrows in Dark 3. This stage would be really slow without him. And like each case, you barely save enough ammo. Like you ride over the Stomper here, save just enough for this one, for the last screen. As long as you have 1 tick of ammo, you can place the arrow, and you can ride it as long as you know, until it hits an enemy or like the wall or the end of the screen or whatever. So saving just that 1 tick of ammo saves you so much time. I will have an easier time of that last arrow.
Into their dropper there.
That's interesting. Teleports out at 25:15. Looks like he has something like a 15-second lead. Maybe a little more than that. Still definitely within
not
range.
Much though. Still anyone's game.
Yeah. Team 1 death, so that's 19 seconds. Any 1 death definitely changes that in a hurry. Ooh, nice. Oh, we got them all. That was a really, really nice climb. That is such a tough stage to optimize. This climb is not easy to do well, and Brett had a very good climb there. Had a bit of a scary fight last time.
Primal was also really good.
Yeah. Brett gets the early hit. Oh, really nice pattern here, just sitting there. He misses, he's still fine. Everything's good. It's so the Dark 4 fight is a scary fight because you intentionally stand there and kind of trade damage just to make sure beat attacks as soon as possible. But you tell that like very often you end the fight with very low health. Like if you mess up any one thing in the fight, it could just mean the difference between winning the fight and dying. Get through. Apparently those were gold splits. Dark 3 and 4 for Brett. The Dark 4 one does not surprise me at all. That was a very, very good stage. Really good climb, and then most of the fight, Darkman cooperated. We move on to the Wily stages.
Wily stages.
Wily theme in this game. I know most people prefer the Darkman theme, but I think the Wily theme is like my favorite theme in all of Classic Mega. Love this one.
Blasphemy. No,
it's so fired up when I hear this one in a run.
Alright, let's see if Primal can bring it even closer, because I really want to see the sync for the end here.
All picks up the E-Tank. I don't think he picked that up last time. You're wrong though.
I think he picked it up as a backup. It's that E-Tank is not really any time loss. Well, there's a,
That one's
like barely.
Like half a second to grab that one. It's really quick.
It's like, why not? At least for a race, at least.
Attention to Brett's Crusher here. He had a little bit of trouble last time. Usually it's pretty clean though. Joke is just walk and mash, but it's a little more complicated than that. You just got to make sure you shoot all the right blocks, and that was a very good Crusher. That's exactly how that's supposed to go.
No chicken jump. Oh no, Brett, why?
Would say the run isn't valid.
I'm very angry at him for that. Yeah. Let's just give the win to Primal right now.
I don't think the world record gets the chicken jump either.
Oh man.
You can always point to that if you miss it. I was just copying the world record.
Oh, I thought it was some kind of manip, man. Oh yeah, sure. Alright.
A bit of issue with the big pets fight there for Brett, but he manages to clean it up pretty nicely. Yeah, and like getting through the stage with good health, which he did, helps you immensely. You can do Chrissy's fight, which is really good solution for not taking a lot of damage.
Yeah, you can have like I think it's like 2/3 of your health, and that's like then you have like 1 life left or something.
Yeah.
I don't count the health things, but like visually that's what I go for at least.
Sure, absolutely. Underwater screen, pretty scary. We saw Primal took it
than the other fight.
Yeah, it's pretty close.
I would say that it's slower. Yeah, but it's yeah. Go on. Sorry.
I was just gonna say, we saw Primal take a death in this underwater screen last time. Gets through pretty cleanly. So it's one of the last like really scary segments where you need to fall in a pit. Primal does slide across, but he takes a little bit of time to set it up, whereas Brett just walked across that little platform. Probably came out of that roughly even. Heading over the chicken, very nice. Nice Wily 2 for Brett.
Q9. Let's see if he gets the God Q9 pattern again. Or if Q9 is gonna stop him in this.
Oh, like when...
Oh, what?
Oh no!
What?
Okay. Oh, no, what are you doing?
Oh. No! No!
Oh man. It was a dog bone looking Q9 fight. We're just catching diagonals everywhere.
Oh man.
Curious if that would have been a best split if he had a good fight, because the stage was pretty solid, I think.
Yeah, it was pretty good. And Primal getting a pretty good kill there. It was about to close on him.
Pretty close race, and there's Wily 3 and 4 can be pretty swingy. If you run out of arrows or don't have a clean fight with Capsule.
Yeah, I think it's gonna come down to cycles now. And doubles.
Brett's got a bit of a comfy lead unless he makes a big mistake, but there's still big mistakes to make. Still deciding to go with the 1 arrow. He's gonna do his 2 arrow backup now. Say his this is Budop's setup. Oh, he's 2 arrows down now. Pull in the menu a little bit. See if Primal can make up some time here.
Okay,
definitely a cleaner
right away.
Refight skip. So we'll see what kind of press patterns we get.
Ooh,
Get it.
Okay.
He got it. Nice. He got stuck on the arrow a little bit.
Okay.
No, he missed the cycle.
Okay.
Primal's got a good setup for the double. Got it. looks like Brett's got a double. Okay.
Oh!
This is intense.
This is too much.
And a closing 7 for Brett, of course. Primal also... 7? Wasn't looking at the start of the cycle. Okay, this is pretty close. Primal definitely caught up there. See how close it is. I think we're like 2 beat cycles apart right now. It's about 8 seconds. Or 9, something like that. It's a stomper kill for Brett.
47.
Has exact arrow ammo here. He misses one, he's gonna have to bust her like last... Oh, he missed one already! And I don't know if he drained ammo by standing on the arrow there.
Yeah, he doesn't
like
have enough for
oh
the kill
no,
here.
he's gonna have to
missed
do a
one.
lot. Yeah, this is not good for Brett.
Please use an
Oh my
E-tank.
goodness!
Primal, please. Oh
Look at
no!
this.
Okay.
Look at this.
Oh my
Look at this.
god! This is
It's gonna come down
exactly
to
what I
capsule.
wanted to see.
Did Brett get a 1.5? I couldn't tell what happened
I
there.
don't know. I'm like, my eyes are like divided to both of the screens right now.
And he lost the track. He's gonna E-tank. I don't think he knows how close it is. I wonder if he... Oh my goodness. This is nuts. This is nuts. Oh!
Oh, getting a crack.
2.5.
Ah!
I was in good shape here. Don't know if that E-tank lost Brett or not. If he was watching Primal, I think he would have maybe risked it. I don't know.
Yeah.
2
GG
health
to
left.
Primal.
GG Primal.
Oh.
3502. Wow. Brett's time from the first race was 3506. Wow. 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 That's one of the best races I've ever seen. That was incredible. GG to Primal, GG Brett. We're gonna see a game 3. You are gonna see a game 3.
Now.
That was so
good.
cool. Soon as Brett missed that arrow at the start of Wily Machine, like you knew, okay, this is coming down to it. Then like Brett's start to the capsule fight was actually better, so he was ahead, but then he lost the track and had to E-tank, and oh my goodness, that was wild. And then Primal had just a very, very clean capsule fight. Didn't miss any arrows on Machine, I don't think. Really clutched out Wily 4 to make the comeback happen. I think Primal might have been like 15 or more seconds down going into Wily 3 and managed to catch up and win.
I'm speechless. That ending was... Oh. This is why I love speedrunning, man. The rush.
Anyway, so we're gonna be setting up for round 3. Go anywhere. We'll probably get in the next run starting in a couple minutes.
And we are ready with the third match now, and I'm really hyped for this.
Hey, I'm so happy we get to see a game 3. And been really looking forward to this match all week. So yeah, that race was incredible. Brett was on PB pace for like most of the run, and then Primal with an amazing comeback at the end. Both finished with really good times. Hopefully, we get another one just like that. It looks like we're getting underway here.
Alright, let's go.
Back to Star. Yeah, both runners with I was kind of mentioning last time, both seem to take a little bit of time to get into the flow in the first race, and then we saw a really high level of play from both last time, so I'm hoping that carries over to this. If we get another one where they play with the same quality as last run, we're in for a treat.
The myth. Like to say hello there.
Change already! Oh my goodness!
Oh, wow.
You're going neck and neck through Star. I think the most difficult screen is probably this platform screen. That charge shot, they're trying to hit. We saw Brett try to hit both scoopers. He only managed to hit the one, so he and Primal had similar screens there. Something about the Starman fight is his pattern. He can just keep jumping, or he can stop and throw his shield at you. Oh, that was interesting. It's charge shot at the start for Brett. I want him to kind of just jump and throw, because that gives you a lot of time to shots in, dodge a shield. Brett getting kind of a rude pattern.
Shot there.
Well, pretty close. Pretty close.
Right.
Gets the grab skip.
They
Gets it.
both of them
gets it.
too. Nice.
Brett got it in all 3 races. Good for him. Like 2 seconds or something. It's pretty big. I mean, obviously in the grand scheme, it's not that big, but stage 1, a good stage 1, and you miss grab skip, and all of a sudden your really good split is no longer that great. Moving on to gravity.
The 2 first stages of this game has a lot of stuff in them that can go wrong.
Yeah, gravity is Star gets a lot of attention. It's the first stage and it's pretty tough, but gravity is extremely difficult stage to do everything correctly.
Actually, I would say it's the easiest one. But,
yeah, something about speedruns can definitely push you to your limit and make an otherwise easy stage a lot harder. Having a bit of trouble with the Primal has a bit of a trouble with the checkpoint room too. Yeah, like a second apart or so. It was just like this the whole race, just within like 2 seconds from start to finish.
it's not even 2 seconds at this point.
Yeah.
Like 1.
Oh, the large health drop from Primal. Oh no, we heard the forbidden notes that time. It's the part of the song you're never supposed to hear in a speedrun. You went too slow. Well, there's a bit of a time warp, and it's like they both had the same fight. The 57 or so teleport. Brett, 359 for Primal, 2 seconds.
Let's do the time warp again. If only we could time warp in this game. There's a lot of stages I would like to skip. But yeah.
How'd you like this game? You like all the stages.
Oh, I love this game. I love all Mega Men.
Yeah, this is a really good
stages
speedrun
that I really don't like. Yeah.
I think all classic
it has
Megas
a
are good
little bit of
speedruns, but I
everything in it.
I have a soft spot for this one. I like this one a lot. Able to ride all the way to the ladder. Is Primal going to jump again? Okay. I managed to get the ladder cleanly there. I have a high arrow for Primal, but he's fine. Oh no, you can. Yeah, that one's totally fine. Oh, what I'm. To run this game again if I thought that arrow was high.
Yeah, it's like if you go, I think if it was a little bit higher, he would have gotten hit by those.
Yeah, you didn't even need to slide.
Enemies.
Easy peasy. Alright, let's see. The K has been an adventure today. It continues to be an adventure. It's unfortunate.
Oh.
Brett's gonna have a little bit so this is a quick death. This is the checkpoint room. Brett took that death in the first game and still got a 35.06, which basically the same time that they both got in the last race. So that doesn't by any means put him out of it. Audio swap to our leader Primal here, but yeah, has definitely put himself in a little bit of a disadvantage here. To be honest though, in both of these races, Brett's stages have been just a little cleaner than Primal, probably because he's been, pretty actively grinding the game. if anyone, either of these runners could come back from that type of deficit, I think is pretty well positioned to do so because his stages have been really good. You just got to not put too much pressure on yourself after a death like that and realize that you're by no means out of the race. Just play as normal. I think we're still within 10 seconds.
Yeah, this is still really close, and we're getting into Crystal Man now, which can be a win or lose for both of the runners, even though they're both very familiar with this game.
Sure. You can see Primal stopped on all 4 of those first enemies, and you'll see Brett like try to do no stop for these guys. It's like little things like that allow Brett to like catch up. I mentioned this in the last race, but it seemed like Brett was picking up a second or 2 every stage. It's from strats like that where he's just a little more refined with his movement. Unfortunately, falls off the arrow there. Not able to get to the backup. Gonna be a rough one.
See if he knows his buster only strats.
Yeah, so the problem with dying there is now you're short on ammo. He didn't ride the arrow very long.
Oh, okay. I thought he died further into the thing. I didn't see that part.
Eddie! He hooked him up with a large refill.
Oh man, that's lucky.
Yeah, he realized he needed at least 2 arrows, and he only had 1, so he stopped to see if Eddie would give him a drop, and he did. Oh my god. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
I mean, I'm on a clean stage, and Brett is giving me a heart attack on every screen.
Oh.
Yeah, so Primal's opened up a pretty big lead here. Primal had a 38 in the first race. So, like, he's definitely capable of letting Brett back in this, but if he plays like he did last race, then it's going to be very, very difficult. Like, Brett is definitely hoping for Primal to make a misstep somewhere, but a lot of game left. Kind of in the opposite situation of the first race, where Brett opened up a really big lead on Primal because of a couple early deaths from Primal. Now Brett's taking a couple early deaths in this one. You can't let it snowball.
Right,
yeah, we'll see.
You got the
Primal.
kill.
Oh, using the charge shot on the Tiger there rather than the triple shot. These drills are instant kill in this room here. Gotta space out your buster shots. Takes 3 hits to kill them. If your shots too close together and one of them doesn't register, it can be by surprise, and you end up just hitting a drill and taking an instant death. So there, Primal got his arrow a little bit higher. That screened very nicely. It's easy gravity hold strats here. Still Eye is so difficult for the back half of the stage. Fan gravity.
Hey, it's a cool strat, you know.
Still's awesome. Just so hard.
Alright, Brett taking 1 arrow there to climb the ladder faster.
Brett's having a really good napalm. Primal had a solid one as well, though. This fight. Again, killing napalm in the air. Oh no, the crystal eyes.
Yes, the wave ladder is the worst one to miss, because you have to wait for the whole... you have to die, or you have to wait through the whole cutscene, and then you have to start all the way back and do the whole water section again.
Yeah, you basically only have one chance at the wave letter, because realistically it's too slow to die and do the auto scroller again. So if you miss it, you're just going to be playing the Castles Beat list, whereas like any other letter, you can at least have another try at it. It's the last stage.
That's a nice tiptoe jump.
Yeah. See different strats for the Mets from Primal and Brett. Primal mostly tries to jump over them. You see Brett try to kill a lot of them. The Mets like splits them up into 3, and it's really tricky because the jumps of the little Mets are RNG, so it's kind of hard to kill them or slide under them, but it's faster if you can do it. Those little optimizations. We'll see Brett's first screen here. He tries to kill them, jumps over this one, and then he's going to try to kill and slide under. Okay, still pretty good. Primal's having a little bit of a struggle here in Stone, but nothing major. He's given Brett a little bit of a chance to like eke his way back in. Primal getting all his major arrows. When you're in the lead, just gotta hit all the major things. Don't take a death, don't miss your arrows, and make it very hard for the other person to catch up.
Not going for the kill on the balloon enemy there. It's not a hard strat to go through there, but it's still a tight. Whoa. Brett decided to leave an arrow there.
Yeah,
I'm
sure
enough.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm sure what happened there is he caught a diagonal on his D-pad. That seems to be happening a lot to him today. He grabbed the ladder instead of landing on the arrow.
Also, no, there hasn't been any soft locks in this tournament yet. People who has gone for boat skip have gotten it.
Once again, I'll kind of lead Stone back into the middle. It's a slightly slower kill. Little things that add up, you know?
Yeah. Let's see Brett get the Happy Stone and corner kill now.
Fun to see Brett get the frame perfect slide. Tries to walk into Stone's boss gate and then slide on the one frame you have control of Mega when the boss gate closes. Allows you to get closer to Stone at the beginning and get an extra hit, but wasn't able to get it. Okay, time for charge. Primal nails his arrow, slides under the lyric, and he's good to go. To the chicken room. Like the early jump shot on the first chicken there. This room is so much fun to practice. It's a difficult screen, but it feels very satisfying to space your shots out correctly. No ammo. I haven't seen like one of the traditional ammo drops for either runner yet. It's like 3 different enemies that are easy to kill and like you can recognize an ammo drop in time. So probably didn't get his charge shot ready in time there. A little slow. See if Brett gets the arrow ammo here. That could definitely help him catch up a little bit. One there. One there.
Oh.
And these are some stingy rats. And one last chance.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay, so you see Primal doing kind of the classic old school fight. Where just pause after every shot. Unless he does the coals like that. And we're going to see Brett try to go for the pauseless hits. She's done a really good job of hitting earlier races. That can also help him catch up a bit. He's going to jump over and try to have all 3 stones hit. Oh, he just missed with the last one, so he had the menu. Gonna get one more chance at another one. Right here. Still a faster fight than
Still
Primal.
a pretty good fight, though.
Yeah, absolutely. A little bit of ground made up.
Alright.
Primal's been rock solid on his bubble skips. We can go 3 for 3 here. It's a really the first half of the stage is actually pretty tough to do correctly. Really tight jumps to avoid damage. Right? It's the first one. It's the second one.
Okay.
Alright.
Nice.
And with a clean bubble skip. See if he gets the boat skip. Arrows look good. And we're good. Very nice from Primal. See if Brett gets it. He had some trouble with this in the last race. Nailed it in the first, though.
Whoa! That
Actually,
last
he didn't
one
get his...
on the second screen was very high. Or I mean, it slided him to the right. So
Yeah.
fall off.
I've seen that happen kind of commonly with him. He like catches the very right side of that bubble, but hey, if it works. Unfortunately,
Yeah,
Brett has a kind of
seen that way of doing that before. Like the first time I've seen his that one. Yes.
It's really cool how everybody has like a different bubble skip setup. There's like as many different skips as there are runners, it seems. A lot of different strats.
Yeah, and they're as
Brett
fast
has a
too,
really...
because the bubbles doesn't move faster.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of like the napalm fight. There's a lot of different ways to approach it, but as long as you kill them in the same place, like, yeah, it's all good. So Primal gets his letters, he has beat. It's good to go. Just gotta make sure he gets the letter. The scary thing when you're missing health is just, you kill the dolphins right before the letter. If a drop hits you, you gotta be careful not to let that eat your jump. We should have plenty of health for the wave fight here. Has his letter as well. And kind of a center kill for Primal there. We'll probably see Brett try to kill Wave in the corner. Okay, 1858 teleport for Primal. It's a bad first wave.
Still actually very nice. I'm looking forward to see what they will bring to the table for the dark stages.
Yeah, so we're looking at about 30 seconds? 1928 for Brett. So yeah, like exactly 30 seconds difference between the two. Still like one dark free death. Or death in almost anything.
The death now?
To make it clear how quickly this can change, you know?
True.
Any Mega Man race that's like within a minute is always just like one mistake from turning. That's just how punishing deaths can be in this series. Oh, unfortunately, Brett takes a death there. It's a quick one. He's not in a position where he can afford to be given up time.
Yeah, that was brutal, but as you said, it's an early one, so not the baddest thing that could happen. Primal getting damaged twice by the walker there, that's kind of scary. As long as he doesn't get attacked by Dark 1 boss.
Yeah, we'll see. His Dark 1 fights have been interesting. Like the last one, he killed him in the left corner. He didn't do like the kind of standard Delu strat that we see from a lot of runners. Trying to like time these shots that the boss doesn't charge at him. looks like he's going to take one hit, and that's fine. Okay.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
Manages it just
Very
fine.
nice.
You say that, Michael, but we had a game over in game 1.
And nice corner kill.
I don't think... Yeah, so Primal doesn't have an E-Tank. I guess he doesn't pick up the Crystal 1, but picks up the Wily 1. Should be okay not needing an E-Tank. I think the Dark 4 fight is probably the scariest one to not have an E-Tank before Wily 1. In case something goes wrong.
Hey, just hope for jumps instead of shooting and you're fine. You know, base your whole run on RNG.
Kind of funny because I think I am more afraid of a lot of jumps because that slows down beats hits and makes the fight last longer. I feel like I get hit more. The thumpers go. Gets hit there, but not too bad. Screaming can be a little awkward. If things go wrong, you get like stuck in a pit and thumpers hitting you. Really impressed with Primal's play. Obviously, he had a rough game 1. Came back really strong with a very good 3502 or something. Just incredible run for game 2, and 3 is looking really solid as well. Especially considering he hasn't played the game a ton recently. He's just... This is what we expect from Primal. Like, he's incredible. Incredible gamer that doesn't rust very easily.
Yeah, hopefully we will see him grind this game more even after the tournament as well. At least I'm hoping so.
Saw him go live a few hours before this. I was like, oh, he's practicing, but he was playing Hollow Knight. Which, hey, I'm not gonna complain about Hollow Knight, but wasn't the warm up I was expecting, you know. That's just Primal, man. He's brings his best no matter what.
Let's see how Dark 3 rewards our racers.
Yeah, so his Dark 3 strat is a little different than the others. He saves an arrow early. Has a little bit more ammo for this screen. A little slower, but safer. If there's a 33-second difference, that's interesting, because it was 30 coming out of 8 robots, and Brett took a death. So he's only lost 3 seconds even dying, but still, there's a lot of ground to make up. We're running out of room.
Brett's Dark 1 or 2 fights were pretty clean.
Yeah. Pretty nice Dark 3 from Brett so far.
That's a very low arrow, but he fixed it.
Yeah. Back up there, that's a high arrow. Okay.
You know.
Yeah. I think you can save that by sliding under those, but I don't think I've ever placed that. I don't think I would know how to do it. It's an unfortunate.
It happens so fast, but you basically just have to hold down and mash A. But it happens so fast that it's hard to adapt.
Primal might die right here. He's gonna survive? Is he gonna? No, he's not.
Oh.
What a game 3. It's like the opposite of our game 2. Both runners played so clean. See, Primal's been having a good run. That was
decided to make it even.
Tough stage. Probably would have been enough to let Brett catch up. He not taking the death that he did, because I think Brett's death was actually slower than Primal's there. Even though it's the checkpoint room, not having arrow to do that arrow again, I think is pretty slow. Ha! Learned Papat's Dark 3 fight. I like it. Student of the game, Brettsuzo. Saw that fight, like, he saw Papat do that fight a few days ago and already's adopted it. I like it. Nice climb so far.
He's 28 seconds behind Primal right now.
So he did pick up a little bit of time in that Dark 3. Yeah, I think he would probably be like tied or maybe even ahead if Brett hadn't taken that Dark 3 death. So that was a little unfortunate. Still a lot of race to go. Like I've been mentioning this every race, but these castle stages are so difficult. Like all of them. So plenty of time.
Pretty clean tower from Brett there.
Yeah. I think he only made like one small mistake at the very end, but very clean. It's a nice Dark 4 fight for Primal. Clean. Funny that a good fight you end with 4 health because you just sit there and trade hits with the boss. This is definitely still anybody's race. Primal's going to have to probably make a mistake for Brett to catch up. Oh, Brett missed a beat hit, I think.
Yeah, he shot the boss.
It was a little scary.
Yeah, just a little bit.
But everything's fine. We're all fine.
But yeah, he shot a pellet first and that hit, and then hit him in the high frames.
Yeah, that's the risky part of opening with the bullet in that fight. Technically, it's slightly faster. It definitely opens you up to a lot more danger of missing that opening beat hit and losing the damage race. So Primal is gonna pick up the E-Tank, so got that safety now. Assuming Brett still has his E-Tank from Crystal, so I think they're the same in that regard.
At this point, though, there is only a need for an E-Tank, really, maybe before big pets, or if not, like, for Wily, the actual last Wily fight.
Yeah. Wily 4 for sure. A little bit of a high arrow for Primal there, but it's fine. I think you have like 3 different pixels that work there. It's not too bad.
Yeah, I go for an A+B on that from the last, like, quote-unquote stairs there.
Yeah, it's kind of funny how often like A+Bs work for arrows in this game. A lot of them that function that way. Ooh, Brett lost his ride. Gonna be to do a little bit more ladder climbing. Doesn't have as many arrows.
Oh, he
Still has enough to do the checkpoint. Yeah, he just didn't get to do the arrow up the ladder in the previous screen.
Yeah, oh yeah, true. Okay, so
We'll just taking the deboost.
to take the safe route there. I think he should be fine. I think I don't know if he's done my strat before here. But I think doing the fast strat here that's very scary, I think.
Yeah, he still has enough health, so as long as you don't mess it up.
Yeah, he decided to go out of it.
It's last screen for Brett there. Right. Oh, that was a good Wily one from Primal. Not giving Brett much room to catch up. If Brett can also hit the big pets fight, this gets the same fight as Primal.
Nice.
That good fights. Primal able to navigate screen 1. Get the kind of scary underwater screen here. Precise jumps with floaty physics, and you can't jump out of slides. And a lot of lag. Free screen. So So this time Primal opting to just walk across that platform. Last time he did a kind of a stop and a slide. Wonder if Brett will choose to go for that slide, considering he's behind. I don't know how much he changes his strats. He's behind in a race. Not a position he's found himself in the first 2 races. He was ahead both times.
You might also not be aware of how close, how close they are right now.
True. You never know if they're keeping tabs on their opponent or not, and whether that is going to change how they approach their strats.
Yeah. Let's see what Q9 decides to give Primal here.
Yeah, Primal definitely takes care of business in this Wily 2. Just at this point needs to avoid big mistakes, and he's doing that. He was on gyro. I must have missed the menu because he menued again.
He double menued.
Okay. With the teleport time this year, there's a little bit bigger gap than there was in the last race, but Primal made up a 32-12. Primal made up a pretty big gap on Brett last game out of Wily 2. So we'll see if Brett can turn the tables. How did that miss?
I think it was too much to the right.
Yeah, barely. Bengal. Got a 26-second gap. That's a little bit bigger than the last race. No, Primal's gonna go.
Trolley press for Primal.
Yeah. No, Primal goes for the safer arrow zip setup, so he should be pretty solid here. Ooh. Okay. Almost spoke too soon. He goes for the early wall double strat. Oh, he got knocked off. Okay, he manages to get 1 hit. He didn't lose the cycle entirely. He's a little trouble reading press here. So he skips the double on the 7. This is getting close. Gets the opening 7, gets the double. This is all of a sudden tightened up quite a bit.
Oh.
Paul gets another 7 that he doesn't double, and Brett gets a double.
Oh, he's gonna go for 3 doubles.
Yeah,
what?
This is...
Oh my...
Okay, so this race is very close. Oh, is that closing 7?
Oh, we get a closing 7. Ah.
Or always closing 7. Okay, we're within 10 seconds. We're reliving the last race. It's happening again. I think we're like 6 seconds apart. Again, like I think the last one was like 8 seconds entering Wily 4.
Yeah, it was 8.
This is basically the same thing. Primal was able to make up a couple cycles. Primal, I think, saved enough arrows. He can miss against Wily Machine. I don't think Brett can, because he got 3 doubles. Brett needs to make sure he doesn't miss an arrow here. Oh, he missed.
No!
So Primal chooses not to E-tank there. Oh, did he miss again? It's tough.
Yeah, he did.
A rough Wily Machine day for Brett.
No!
I think at this point, it's probably going to need a Primal Death. You missed a beat hit too. Primal is sitting on that E-tank. Yeah. Oh, that... They sure tightened up in a hurry. It looks like Primal's gonna close it out. GG.
GG to Primal.
Wow. That's to Primal. Showed up and gamed, huh?
That was incredible.
Oh, Brett doesn't get to do the closing double buster finish. G Brett. I mean, all said and done, they were within 30 seconds in that race too. Wow, coming out of Wily 3, that was that was something. Congrats to both runners. Primal is gonna move on, advance to the semifinals. It's my co-commentator Christy here.
Oh no. I guess I need some coaching from Brett now. I can take revenge.
I'm looking forward to talking to our runners here because that was a heck of a best of 3 to watch. Very curious about their thoughts on it.
Yeah, that was the ending of both of those races were incredible.
Yeah, you really can't ask for much more. You're watching a best of 3 with 2 runners that are as close as these two are. You're really hoping that you get to see all 3 and that you get a couple close finishes, and they completely delivered on that promise.
Yeah, yeah, that was just really good.
Can't ask for much more than that. So yeah, we're gonna see if we can.
I'm aware. Just let me wait, dude. Hello.
Hi.
Hello, welcome, Brett. How are you feeling?
Like, I blew it big time, but it was pretty fun.
Oh, from our end, it was a really great race to watch. That was an incredible best of 3. One of the best I've seen, and that game 2 in particular was intense. I don't know how much you were watching Primal's progress. Like, were you keeping tabs on where he was at?
Yeah, I was ahead going into Wily 4, but I think I screwed up the I think I messed up machine fight on all 3 races and capsule fight. So he just he did what Primal does, and he plays very consistently, and he took that race for me.
Yeah.
And, congratulations to him.
Hello, guys.
Hey,
Primal.
Primal, congrats! Really impressive set of races for you there.
I was really not expecting the, the win, especially after the first race that I messed up really bad.
Yeah, it looks like you guys both had some kind of jitters in the first race. Brett got through them pretty quick, and yeah, by the time game 2 rolled around, it looked like you guys were both bringing your A game. You were playing very well. It was a lot of fun to watch. In game 2 in particular, game 2, I don't if you guys were watching. Brett had the lead, and you caught him at the end there. Were you keeping tabs on Brett's progress, Primal? Or like, were you watching?
No. I prefer not to watch the other
So you
one.
you didn't know. Yeah, you caught him right at the end, and then in game 3, it was almost the opposite. Brett caught up within a few seconds going into the machine fight.
Yeah, what happened? What happened in Wily 3?
I totally messed up the first arrow, the first 2 arrows, and after I miscounted the cycles, and I went to the right, and instead it was to the left. So
okay.
And at some point, like, Primal just decided he wasn't doing the doubles anymore, but then he got a 7 like on every pass.
Yeah.
So it was like the absolute worst case scenario.
It's like, how did I gain like 30 seconds here with him not dying? Like, I just didn't understand it at all.
Yeah.
Now it makes sense. Just like all 7s and missed doubles, and yeah.
The second race, I hope you guys both go back and at least watch that one. because the Wily capsule fight in particular, like with your opening 1.5, the way how close it was amazing. How much it mattered. Like each individual decision you guys made and each mistake, it was great.
Was it great, or was I super angry after that one? Because
Oh,
I think
man,
it was the
maybe
latter for me.
Yeah, that's true. It was from a viewer's perspective. You guys delivered about the most entertaining set of races that you possibly could have. So thank you for that, at least.
Happy to hear that.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, I'm definitely happy we could race this closely. When this tournament started, our PBs were like just a few seconds apart, I think. And then I've been like putting quite a bit of time into the game recently. Primal was on a grind at like the end of last year, right? Primal?
Yeah, exactly.
Um,
I just improved by 1 second by
Just 1 second PB. So I had this penciled in at the beginning of the tournament. I was kind of like, all right, our first round is up against like, we're seated fairly highly, so we were probably going to win that match. And then I was definitely had my eyes on this match as like, this might be one of the better matchups in the tournament. The next match I definitely want to see is Primal versus whoever comes out of the other bracket, assuming Primal can beat Chrissy. Sorry, Chrissy, but I think you have your work cut out for you.
I was saying that too fast. Like, you should coach me so I can take revenge, man.
But Papat and Farrell on the other half of the bracket, whoever their matchup, if they get out of this round, will be really cool, and then the final should be pretty cool. So definitely looking forward to playing or to watching.
Will be interesting. Definitely. And
If
Chrissy,
I'm honest,
don't worry.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Chrissy, Chrissy, don't worry. These are races, so anything can happen, as you saw. I was in the first race. I was 3 minutes almost behind my PB, so anything can happen.
Yeah.
I've got a question for each of you. Brett, in particular, you were flying in game 2, and you kind of mentioned in chat that you were maybe feeling some nerves. Is there typical PB pace nerves, or is it just amplified by the fact that it's a race as well? What were you
Game
going
2,
through
I
there?
felt really good. I thought I had that in the bag, even after I missed bubble skip on wave, and then I decided to not even go for the backup there. I was just like, it's fine. I'm playing super good, and there's like no way I'm gonna lose this if I like can just get through Wily 2. And I proved myself wrong there because I totally did lose it in Wily 4. But I was just thinking to myself, don't die. But I was in the zone for sure. Missing bubble skip isn't like all that uncommon, so I wasn't too bummed about that. But
It didn't seem to throw you off
I think
stride
I was
much.
like
you
almost
kept your
10
game
seconds
going.
ahead of PB pace going into that stage.
Yeah.
So I was playing very well.
Your robots were very impressive. Okay. So Primal, obviously you mentioned like you kind of had a rough game 1. Were you surprised that you were able to get back on track? Like, what was kind of your mindset going into games 2 and 3 after having that rough of a start?
Yeah, totally. I was thinking, okay, I got everything wrong in the first game. I must do everything good in the rest. So actually, I was surprised to that round 3 happened, because after that first game, I was totally thinking, oh, okay, it's over. But in game 2, I was seeing that slowly I was starting to get back in the game. So I don't know. I was feeling more secure by the minute. Something like that. I don't know exactly.
Yeah, no, you closed out very strong.
Yeah, I think you actually put down the best race time out of the 3 races in that round. The 35:05 beat all of our other best ones.
That was actually my speedruns live PB.
It's a good time to get it. The first game 3, and clutched it out in game 3. So yeah, congratulations. Really looking forward to seeing what you do in the rest of the tournament. I guess they're setting up something else for SpeedGaming, so I think we have to kind of wrap it up. But I just want to thank both of you, because that was a treat to watch. You guys both played great, and I'm glad that you were able to play so close.
Be sure to follow both of the runners. They're both amazing speedrunners, and they play a lot of different games. So definitely go check them out. And if you're interested in hearing more of me or Fasta, you can check us out here. So yeah, thanks everybody for watching, and later tonight there will be another Mega Man 5 race. So
Thank you for having us.
Fun. All right, bye everybody.
Thank you. See ya.